conversation continues even after the show is over. So
Mike,
this is so ideal. All of you are now familiar with Veterans Voices. So I know Mike Conklin's been on before, Derek's been on before, but Kathleen, Rich, Manny, and Mike, now that you are familiar with Veterans Voices, hopefully you stay tuned in and continue to watch the show because look, this is not your typical media here. This is not, your Fox News or CNN that's just going to do a 30-second, bleeds and it leads kind of topic. We cover the real conversations about the veteran population. We've been doing it for 7 years. Go back and look at some of our shows. We've had show topics before they even hit the main media on Veterans Voices, stellate ganglion block being one of them. We had General Mattis as a quick interviewee on the show before he became Secretary of Defense. So we're proud of some of the stuff, some of the trailblazing stuff that we've done, but we want your continued participation, your ideas. Just like Mike's thrown out right now, like this is how this conversation tonight can further develop, because we can't talk about veterans and amputation in 1 hour. We did it tonight, but we scratched the surface. So we got to come back to this at some point and, peel back another layer. And so your ideas.
Nathan, I got one for you, brother. So kind of going with that line is, you're absolutely right. So going back to what Mike was saying about people not coming back. Well, us three, I mean, we just use our tools and move forward and so forth. There is a high number of veterans out there that have made lifestyle choices to decide to sit in a chair. We're probably percentage-wise, after a long period of time, we are the ones that have chosen a different lifestyle. So that is poignant maybe to scratch into too, so we are functioning. As far as me though, like you said, coming back into the place, I'm not going to do osteo integration. I'm not going to play, there's so much, but you don't live your life around your leg anymore. Once you get past that, maybe it's a readjustment phase where you just put the leg on and you just, hey, process this. I broke this. Can you fix it? I need it today. I'm going out tomorrow on a date. It's kind of like, you got to get me in, bro, because I need it. It just becomes that thing for us. It's a tool anymore. But at one point in our life, it was embedded in our whole entire life, man. So there is a transition, but at the same time, if you do look at that, there's some veterans that may not be comfortable sharing what choices they've made now, and there is a high percentage of those that I know of that have chosen.
And I think Derek, it goes back to the conversation we were having during our segment. It's at what point does that change for you, right? And it's also, once again, it's the timing, right? Because when we all of us, when we went through, it was one of those things where there was no tens of thousands of resources out there, right? There was nobody knocking down our door to help us and this, that, and the other. It was years and years down the line. It was 10 or 15 years down the line or however long. Like at the point of impact, it was either you survive, do what you got to do because we have families, or you perish with everybody else. You know what I mean? And luckily during the time, we all had each other to feed off of. So, I know people who didn't choose to go that route, but I know more people who decided to pick up the pieces and move forward than I do who have, decided to take their lives or what have you. But and I commend you guys for the Centennial and the prosthetics people. Like, you guys do amazing things for so many people. And I guess what I challenge, this is my challenge to you all, and I was talking to D about this, is so I have a nonprofit, and it's called Swim, Bike, Run for Equality. Just because, if you didn't know, Black people do not swim in the ocean, just in case you didn't know, but I'm just letting you know. I'm one of few, but there's I know of several minority amputees out there who want to get out there and do other stuff. They're just embarrassed. And they don't feel like they have the opportunity. The only amputees that I know that are of color who have opportunities to move forward is because they're athletes, such as myself, right? So I challenge you guys to reach out to that amputee out there who sits at home, who doesn't leave, who doesn't walk, who doesn't write, who doesn't do anything because they're embarrassed to ask for help because of times or where we're at. And they just don't believe that they're going to get the same resources that everybody else gets. I'm very, very fortunate and very, very blessed because I have an athletic ability. But for you guys, man, I really want you guys to, for me, to see other amputees out there just doing a lot. Like I know a young guy who played wheelchair basketball after being in a wheelchair with no legs for 22 years, and he got legs and walked for the first time as a grown man. I cried like I had never cried before, like snot bubbles and all. It was ridiculous. I have never cried like that, but it was because somebody gave him the opportunity to walk again, and he never thought he was. And he was a BK, which was that blows my mind. You know what I mean?
Hey, we got hearts too, bro.
You're not a real amputee, bro.
You got AIDS too, dude. Take it easy, man.
Hey, when you said the Band-Aid piece, I was in my chair dying laughing because we do the same thing to the below elbow amputees. Like we kill those dudes every time.
Yeah.
Hey, Michael, you like me and we only can swim in circles, bro? Because I'm just curious.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm like Finding Nemo, man. I'm like Finding Nemo. I just do it real fast.
That's
got a little flipper, bro.
Thank,
Yeah, man, I'm telling you.
thank you all again.
Make that.
And, I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks, Mike. Thanks,
All right.
Rich, Kathleen,
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Michael, Manny, Derek. God bless you all. Have a good
Hey,
night.
from the
Appreciate
CCTV
Guys.
crew, thank you.
Too much.
Yeah.
Great
Thank you.
show.